What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for checking out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, you hit the subscribe button, you hit the notify button, where we're always dropping new Toyota Tacoma content. All right, guys, so we still got a lot of 2024s on the lot, and basically all the Tacomas up here are going to be 2024s, but I'm looking at this one in particular. This is the TRD Pro. Now, I've already done a video on this truck before, but it's still here, and it's been here, for quite some time. Probably been here for at least a month, I would imagine, or close to a month maybe. But it's a beautiful truck, and I don't really know why it's still here, to be honest. But one of the reasons why I think it's here is because it's just black on black. But even though it's black on black, this truck is still really, really nice. But if it was like black and red, I don't think this truck would be here. If it had the red interior, which it doesn't, I think the truck would be gone. It's probably gonna be locked because, it's like super expensive, and they're just now opening, and I'm up here, on Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas to everyone. Thanks for all the love and all the support. And they're not even going to have the sticker price in this truck, so we already know it's about $66,000. But what I can tell you guys is, because I want to keep it real with you guys, they do have another one of these trucks over at McMinnville, and they're actually taking off like $3,000. So I spoke to the guys up here. I spoke to Art yesterday about this truck, and he said they'd be willing to match them. So they'd be willing to take off $3,000 off the MSRP off of this truck as well. So it's around $67,000 for the TRD Pro. And you guys have been saying it's not just the price, it's also the engine that are inside these trucks, which is the turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid that puts out 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. Now, I really like this truck a lot, and I'm still, even though it's all black on black, I'm still kind of surprised why it's still here. It's a beautiful truck. We'll just kind of go around and kind of look at some of the cool features of the truck, which start with the Toyota Heritage grille, and you also get the light bar. You get the rigid industry fog lights here, and then you also get that 360 camera. You get the beautiful hood scoop. I've been calling it the washboard, the old school washboard. And then you also get this TRD skid plate down there, okay? And you get the high clearance front bumper here, and you also get the upper control arms, the forged upper control arms that are paired with the Fox suspension, and that's gonna be that QS3 suspension right there that you can see that's adjustable right there, and that's the Fox suspension. And you got all that internal bypass and all that stuff with these shocks, the reservoirs and all that stuff. You guys can get technical if you want to, but you guys know me. So and then you also got these rock rails right here to protect the lower part of the truck. Really nice. This is a beautiful truck, and if I could get this truck, I would probably get it. I would probably take this truck. You got the ARB bumper back here. You got the ARB tow hooks here. This is a steel bumper. You get the iForce Max badge. Let's look, no spray and bed liner. Now, the one that they got over in McMinnville does have a spray and bed liner, so this one would probably retail just for a little bit cheaper, because they both have these roof racks, which I'm not a fan of. And you got the 2400 watt here, little plug in there, and you also got plug-ins here. You got a bed light, and then there's the power sliding window. But yeah, I'm not too fond of the roof rack, so yeah, it's just the big Toyota sign. I don't like it. Like, it would have been all right, but I wouldn't put this on my truck. It's just, I don't know. What do you guys think? I just don't think it looks that good on the truck, especially a Pro. So yeah, this truck has just been here, and the same thing with the one over in McMinnville. 2025 is just right around the corner. We got basically, a week and a day basically before the new year starts. So still here. And the one they got over there is still here. So did we miss anything on this truck that you guys need to know about? Oh yeah, the seats. So we really didn't touch on the engine, but you guys have been saying, the engine, the turbocharged engine, you guys aren't too fond of it. The 4-cylinder engine, and it puts out a lot of horsepower and torque. So I don't really have a problem with it. You got a warranty, so if it does go out, hey, excuse me, it goes out, it'll be replaced if it goes out within 30 or 40 miles that you guys have been telling me that it could go out, or you'll have problems with it. You also get the little party trick here, the little button there. You get the power lifting tailgate, opens and closes, and this one has the gunmetal in the back for the TRD. It's a good looking truck. I like it a lot. You got the bigger fenders here. It's all black on black, so you really don't get to see it broken up. Like if you had a white one or if you had a gray one, you'd have the black accents all on the top. Like this whole top part, if it was white or gray, you'd have that would be black. So you just don't get to see that. You get the 360 camera here, so you also get a camera in the back of the bed. So yeah, it's been here for a month. You know, it's been here for close to a month, you know, maybe 3 weeks or something. But yeah, you know, they're already willing to do, you know, thousands off of this one. So and then you got a 2024 here that's built up. Let's see if we can get a price on this one to kind of compare. This is a SR5. Let's see if it's like a SR5 cold weather package, and it's not. And let's just see how much something like this is going to run you, just to compare. So $51,000 for this one. And it looks like they did about $7,500 worth of accessories here. You got a lift, you got a ready lift, a 2.5-inch lift. And then you got your wheels and tires that ran you $3,600. And you got the fender flares, huh? Okay, so they do got wider fender flares on this thing. So pretty interesting. I've never seen that. So that's something nice that they did right here. So if you guys want to know what your truck looks like, you got some wider fender flares right here. Nice. Never knew. I mean, I knew they could do this. I seen somebody do this recently, and they still have the SR5 grill up front. So that's nice. Let you guys see the wheels and tires here. They got the Falcon Wow Peak wheels and tires. And what size are they on? They are on, let's see what size, you guys know. Here we go, here we go. So they're on 285, 75, 18. So yeah, this is really nice. I like these fender flares. So these look just like the ones that are on the Pro. So they got some type of bolt-on set up here. Yeah, these are the same exact size. So look at that. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's go see how much these things are. And it looks like they had to do some type of molding here. As you see, they had to do, because I think they don't just bolt them, but that's interesting. Let's see how much something like that runs you. Okay, so those, oh, they're the rough country. Okay, they're the rough country. The rough country. What's going on, you guys? Merry Christmas. But yeah, that's not a bad look if you kind of want to build your own, you know, like I've been telling you guys. But let's get back over to the Pro. This is a nice looking cruiser over here they got on the spacer lift. And this is on a 2.5-inch spacer lift here on the SR5. It's sitting up nice and high. It's a good looking truck. But back to this guy, and we'll go over here and just say a few more things about it. It's on the Territory, the Goodyear Wrangler Territory RTs, and these are going to be on I already know they're going to be on the 18s, but what's the tire size? Here we go. So they're going to be on, wow, just 265, 70, 18. So 265, 70, 18 on the TRD Pro wheels, which I totally like a lot. Totally. Totally insane were these prices. But yeah, good looking truck here. And they got a bunch of these trucks on the lot. We'll get another video. But yeah, these high-end Tacomas are just kind of chilling. You know, right now, nobody's really ready to pull the trigger. Everybody's trying to see what's going on with the economy. And you know, if you already got a Tacoma, you got a V6, maybe you just bought a 2023, you know, you really don't need a 2024. But yeah, I like these trucks a lot. I do like the badge here, TRD Pro badge. I did a video over at Damian Lillard Toyota on the same exact truck, so I'll probably get that one uploaded first. But it's a couple of these trucks still floating around, and obviously there's a Trail Hunter down in Springfield, Oregon, down there, and they doing like a $5,000 markup, and that thing has been there. That thing's been there for like dang near like 3 months or something crazy like that. They've been there. So some of these trucks have been on the lot for quite some time. So yeah, I don't know. I wonder when is somebody gonna buy this, and I don't understand why, you know, somebody hasn't bought this truck yet. It's the first year of production for 2024 for the 4th generation Tacomas, and I think it's a great looking truck. You guys are saying that it's just not gonna last, and you guys don't really like the idea of a turbocharged 4-cylinder with the hybrid system. So there is, you know, I've been talking about a lot of good things. So there is no storage with this truck. So with the hybrid, you're not going to get any storage. There isn't anything behind the seats, and these isodynamic seats in the front really take up a lot of room in the back of the truck. So for people in the back seat, you know, it's pretty much, you know, you can do it. It's doable if you were taking a short trip. If you had people back there, if you had 2 adults back there, you could possibly do it if you're going to be riding 4 deep. I don't know who's riding 4 deep, but you know, you might be riding 4 deep. You know, I typically, and when I'm in my truck, it's just pretty much me, maybe me and the wife and the baby, you know, maybe a homeboy, you know, a partner, a homeboy, a friend, you know, so that's just about it. But it's mostly like, you know, it's mostly just me in the rig, you know, so I think that's really not too much of a big deal, and the seats are really, really comfortable. So unless, you know, I don't think you grab this truck to be hauling the family around. You know, I just don't think that's the purpose of the truck. That's really not the purpose of this truck at all. You know, you could kind of try to get away with it with the regular Tacoma because you will have more room. But it's just a beautiful truck. If I was like in the market, I would really try to grab this truck. And who knows, you know, if I could do some horse trading and trying to figure out, you know, my financial situation has been it's been a little rocky. So we're trying to get it back together and get things under control so I can eventually get one of these trucks. I would have liked to have a 2024, but again, my thing is I have an awesome truck. The 3rd generation Tacoma is an awesome truck. People are still getting the auto tune on those and the overland tune. So, you know, you can kind of get rid of the gear hunting, and people are still enjoying the trucks just like I am. I got the last naturally aspirated V6 for now, you know, solar octane, and it's a good truck. So I really want to hold on to that truck because I know it's the last V6, it's the last special color. So, you know, it kind of means something to me, and I would like to hold on to it. The 3rd generation Tacoma is the whole reason why I have this channel. So, but you know, I love these trucks. Like I wouldn't even get another truck. I would consider getting, you know, the Ranger Raptor, but I don't know about that being, you know, about it being all-wheel drive like all the time. I'm not sure if you could just switch it to just to 2-wheel drive, because that's what I would want to do. Because with the horsepower, once you get it tuned, you can get 455 horsepower, and it's like 500 something pound-feet of torque. I like that, but if I can't like burn rubber and stuff, I know they do a lot of crazy things. I've kind of seen the snippets of videos of that truck, but other than that, you know, I'm not really feeling it. I'm a Tacoma guy, so, you know, this is the truck that I would get. Me personally, I would like to have underground with the red interior, you know, with the red cockpit interior. So we'll just kind of go around this one a little bit longer for another second or two and just kind of walk all the way around, give you guys that 360 view of this one. You got the steel bumper here, the ARB bumper. Doesn't have the roof rack, but I've already mentioned that I don't like the fake Prinsu rack there. But it's a good looking truck, you know. It's black on black, and I think that's the reason why it's here. If it had the red interior, I think somebody would have been like, I gotta have it, you know, and it would have been sold. But with the $67,000 price tag for something that you might not be driving every single day, and it does have a smaller gas tank, that's one thing people have been complaining about. And then, you know, it's got the short bed, so you can't get this in a manual as well. The Pro will not come in a manual, and neither will the Trail Hunter. So, and you can't get it in a 6-foot bed. But other than that, you know, you got you a good looking taco here. And yeah, I like it a lot. I like this truck a lot. But that's gonna do it, guys. I don't know what else to say. I think we've addressed everything. Oh, the last thing you guys have been saying too, you know, it's made in Mexico. So you guys, for whatever reason, you guys aren't feeling that. And you know, just the quality. What I will say is one thing that I do not like about the interior is the back seat. You know, but nobody's gonna be back there, but the back seats and the door panels and stuff, it's a lot of hard plastic back there. Toyota should have really stepped it up and gave you better quality materials in the back seat, because it's just terrible back there. And you get power seats here, but you don't get the reclining part. Is not power, it's a lever. But other than that, like I said, it's an awesome truck. You get power seats on both sides. You got heated and ventilated seats on this one. Heated steering wheel. You get the JBL premium audio. You have crawl control. You have a stabilizing bar disconnect on this truck as well. So it's fully capable off-road. And one thing that we didn't touch on, and I think after that we pretty much got it covered, is the TRD tuned exhaust, which is a dual tip TRD tuned exhaust. Really, really nice and sounds amazing. You might get a little bit of that sound piped in through the speakers, and you get the JBL speakers. It's like a 10-inch woofer in the back behind the driver's side, I believe. But yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. So, you know, the price tag's a big issue for some people, I think, and I think that's kind of the biggest issue. I mean, you guys have been saying the engine. I'm not really looking at the engine because I'm looking at 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque compared to the previous generation with 278 horsepower and like 268 pound-feet of torque. So, you know, Toyota tried their best to put out a good product here, And I think they did a pretty good job. You know, they couldn't, of course, they couldn't keep the V6. Everybody would have loved a naturally aspirated V6, or maybe even the same engine that they put in the Tundra without all the problems, right? The twin turbo V6. So that puts out even more horsepower. That would have been awesome, but they didn't do that. And this is the route they went. And also in 2025, you're still going to get the same seats. So if you don't like those isodynamic seats, which last thing I will say again is they could have had a button inside here, you know, to be able to adjust those seats instead of having to pump them up. I think that's kind of like old tech, you know, old Nike tech, where you used to have to pump your shoes up with like a big old pump, and they came in a big old case and all that. And then also with the QS3 shocks, you should have been able to do it from inside the truck as well. You should not have to come out here and get underneath here and have to adjust your shocks. Not your socks, but your shocks. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Have a good day and God bless. Make sure you guys come holler at Art up here. He's at Vancouver Toyota, McCord Vancouver Toyota in Vancouver, Washington. We're out. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thanks for all the love and support. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and make sure you guys go buy something on Last Fit if you guys need mats. So if you have a 2024, the all-weather mats for these trucks are not very good. So they do have a nice product, and you guys can get 15% off. You guys can get 15% off just by using my code LowKennyTV. I do get a little kickback, so I help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? So you guys get a kickback too. You can use that. I'll leave the link. You can use that all over their website. You get an extra 15% off on top of all their sales. So have a good day and God bless, and have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We out. Peace.